Hey folks, welcome back to Naman Reviews. I know I'm always excited to do an unboxing, but this time I am super excited to unbox Hot Toys Deadpool Special Edition from Deadpool and Wolverine. Why? Well, it's not every day you get to unbox a Hot Toys for a film that recently hit theaters. Normally you have to wait months, if not years. But before we continue, may I ask that you tap those like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying the video. So, I loved Deadpool and Wolverine, seen it twice already and plan to watch it again. So I can't wait to take this to the lightbox and check out Deadpool, Dogpool, Headpool, and Babypool. Along the way, we're going to do some fun poses in the toy room and at the end settle on a final score. Here is the front of the art box, and I absolutely love the design and the quality of the box. Very glossy finish. I love these claws of Wolverine slashing in the background, and it's quite reflective where it's dark, so it actually looks like empty space. That is very cool. Right in the center you have Deadpool in an action pose with his swords, and I love how vibrant the colors are. I love how detailed the costume is. You can see the texture on his costume, which is really cool. Up top, of course, there's the Deadpool and Wolverine logo, the Marvel Studios logo, some branding at the base for Hot Toys, and of course it says Hot Toys Special Edition, which means this comes with some extra goodies. The Deadpool design continues at the back of the box. You've got the Deadpool logo at the back, you've got some warnings and legalese, and down below you have Deadpool in an interesting pose. It remains to be seen if this fabric is stretchy enough to allow you to pose him like that. The slash from Wolverine's claws continues on both sides of the box, and again I like how black this black is. It really does look like a void. It's time to lift the slipcover, and I am so excited. Removing the slipcover reveals a window box design. You've got Deadpool right in the center, and the first thing that stands out immediately, even though this is behind a windowed box, is that his colors are far more vibrant than the Deadpool action figure from the first two films. Inside you can see Babypool, Headpool, Dogpool, of course those golden desert eagles. And in terms of box design, you've got the Best Friends logo. Of course, you can buy that necklace online. At the back of the box, you've got the Deadpool logo with Wolverine's claws going through it. And down below, you have Deadpool getting his katanas out. And of course, some branding at the base. So that's enough time admiring the box. It's time to get Deadpool out. As mentioned, the first thing I can notice is that the colors on this suit are more vibrant than the first two Deadpool figures, which was also the same in the film. What I also like is the texture on this clothing, and I think that this is a different material than we got before. Those old Deadpools have started peeling really badly, but this looks like an improved material. Again, only time will tell. Seems pretty flexible too, so we are going to do some fun poses. The body behind the suit looks pretty nice as well. Love the ripples in the fabric, and that looks really nice. I am very happy with this so far. The golden accents, the belt, the Deadpool logo over here. I also like that there's just a little bit of wear on the suit, makes it look like it's seen some action. So yes, this is brighter than the first two suits, but still it looks like it has seen some action. Always a good idea to read the manual to avoid damaging your figure and to learn how to articulate it correctly and to learn how to use the accessories. So the manual tells you how to change the eyepieces. They're magnetic, of course. Just use your fingernail. Holster the weapon. That's very cool that the weapon is articulated and you can remove the magazine. How to attach the blades. Again, this is magnetic, so that is pretty cool. Oh, that's very nice. Baby Pool has some articulation and you can change Baby Pool's eyes too. Again, Dog Pool also has some articulation. So this teaches you how to put the baby carrier on, and I don't think this was part of the film. I think this was a deleted scene. Hot Toys probably got this in the concept art and started making the figure before they realized this wasn't part of it. You can articulate head pool a little bit as well. And here it teaches you how to get the stand together and tells you not to remove some of these parts from the soft goods. Finally, it tells you the blades are a bit sharp, so do be careful. So that's the manual. Let's get on to the accessories. As you can see, Deadpool comes with a massive range of accessories, and these are just Deadpool's accessories. Head Pool and Baby Pool come with their own set of accessories. So we're going to look at Head Pool, Baby Pool, and Dog Pool later, but let's check out these main accessories first. So I do recall the Deadpool had a couple of tiny blades in the film, but he doesn't get them here, which is a bit disappointing. That being said, you have plenty of stuff. So you've got this dagger, you've got a pair of golden Desert Eagles, regular Desert Eagles, pair of katanas with the sheath that goes on the back. This is magnetic. Flight pole for this stand. I believe this pole is for Head Pool. And this clip is to help support Deadpool. It connects to the flight pole, of course. You've got 4 sets of eyes, not including the eyes already on the body. These are again magnetic, so you can do different looks for Deadpool. Finally, you have a nice set of hands, and this does not include the hands already on his body. So you've got pistol holding hands, katana holding hands, open hands, finger pointing hands, heart gesturing hands, and the thumbs up sign hand. Here is a sample of the hands. Hot Toys does hands really well. Nice soft material, fits on the body quite easily, holds the weapons quite easily too. Love how they're painted, nice golden color, has some wear on it too. And of course these are plastic, but they're made to look like gloves thanks to the mold work and the paint applications. My only criticism of the hands is that the red looks a bit too plain. There's not enough texture on it, unlike the body. So that is my only criticism. However, the black part of the hands does have some texture, so that's nice. But I do wish that the red had a bit more texture on it. As the manual said, the dagger is kind of sharp, so you have to be a bit careful when you handle it. I have poked a hole in my glove by accident, but I think the mold is very nice. Nice serration on the side of the dagger. And of course, I love this grip. The black texture looks pretty good. The black Desert Eagles look absolutely gorgeous. I love the matte finish, and I think the molds are very good. Nice texture on them. Of course, this is plastic, but it's very high quality plastic. Look at the attention to detail. Over here, you can see the Deadpool logo, the accents. And of course, if you look very closely, there is a red dot here. The magazines are removable, which is very cool and adds to the play value. You can also see a bullet up top. In addition, of course, the gun is articulated, so you can move that chamber. I think it is called the chamber. I'm not a gun expert, but yeah, very cool. The Golden Desert Eagles, of course, have the same mold as the regular ones, but of course they are painted gold, and I think they look absolutely gorgeous. They kind of remind me of Midas Iron Man, and again, you can remove the magazines. And same detail, you can see the bullet over here. Again, you can see the Deadpool logo at the base of the magazine, and of course, it's articulated. I have to say the katanas are a bit of a mixed bag for me. I like how the sheets are painted, I like the wear on them, I like that they're magnetic, so there's no unsightly hole at the back of Deadpool's body. Love how the grip on the katanas look, love the golden accents, love the paint applications, love the blue coloring here and the detail at the base of the katana. But where I am a bit disappointed is that they are not die cast. They're plastic. There is some gold shading on them, but unfortunately mine has some paint flaws over here. And you might think I'm nitpicking, but these are very expensive figures, so you expect some perfection. They fit quite well in the sheath though. So this one is painted a bit better, but there are some paint flaws again. That being said, as I mentioned, I do like the gold coloring on top of the metal. Looks pretty cool. So the base is also a bit of a mixed bag. It does look nice. I love the logo, love the Wolverine claw scratch on top of it. I think it's nicely painted. Does look like stone even though it's plastic, but the material is very cheap. Feels like cheap clamshell material, and it is kind of below standards for what Hot Toys normally gives us with bases. That being said, from a distance, it does look good. It does get the job done. Even the stones are nicely painted. And of course, if you've purchased a Hot Toys figure before and you know how to assemble this, you simply take the flight pull, screw it over here, and then you can attach the supporting piece on top after removing this piece over here. Of course, this is designed to support head pull. You simply attach it to the top of the flight pull, and you can tighten the screw if you need to. Always nice to get extra wrist pegs from Hot Toys, and I don't know why other toy manufacturers don't give us extra wrist pegs. So we're going to figure out how to connect the eyes in the articulation section of this review later. But as you can see, there is a magnet at the back, and flicking one out and putting one in is quite easy. Here we have Baby Pool and his accessories, and what an adorable figure by Hot Toys. So much detail on it, down to the pacifier in his mouth with the Deadpool symbol. He's got the Deadpool symbol on his belt as well. And the costume, very nicely textured. Of course, he has some articulation, which we will explore in a second. But he's got some interesting accessories. He's got extra eyes. He's got 2 baby bottles. And he's got this baby carrier. Let's start by admiring Baby Pool. Just looks so beautiful. You can see he's got a full diaper here. Definitely needs to be changed. But I love all the detail on this. Love the texture of the costume. The pacifier does not move. You can't pull it out, I don't think. But as I mentioned, it does have some nice articulation. The head turns 360 degrees. Kind of like the possessed child in Exorcist. Shoulder rotates 360 degrees as well. Leg goes up 180 degrees, and the feet turn 360 degrees too. So yeah, you can get some interesting articulation. You can just have him sitting down like a baby, which is fitting because this is a Baby Pool. You can fit the baby bottles inside the pouches here. Kind of look like little guns. There you go. Or you can attach them to his hands. There's a hole here for the peg. So that's very cleverly designed by Hot Toys and looks pretty good too. So unfortunately, I can't show you guys how to change the eyes on Baby Pool because I can't seem to remove them. You're supposed to push it out from here. And I've used my fingernails, I've tried to use a tool, and I feel I'll damage the costume if I try even further. I just can't seem to remove these. So if you have better luck or if you know a technique, just let me know. The baby carrier accessory is very nicely made. We didn't get to see it in the film. I suspect it's because it was a deleted scene and Hot Toys had already gotten it in production when they learned that it wasn't going to be a part of the film. But I'm very happy that we do have it, and they've done a really good job with this. It does look like a baby carrier, and the coloring is really good. So it's all plastic, but they made it look like this is cushioned, and they made this look like a strap just through the coloring and the texturing. It's also pretty easy to get baby inside. There you go, that looks really cute. And if you want to get this on Deadpool, I believe you just have to unbuckle this and you can pass Deadpool's hands through here, and that's about it. So Dogpool does not come with any accessories, but it is beautifully designed by Hot Toys, highly detailed and really nicely painted too. Love how the goggles look with the translucent plastic, you can't take it off. The pink tongue, the texture of the skin, costume, really nicely painted. Again, you've got that nice texture. Belt looks good too. So do the feet and the shoes. And wow, that is a lot of detail I did not expect. Head does rotate 360 degrees, which is quite a bit. Looks side to side. If you move it too much, you can see a gap, which is unsightly though. But that is really cool. And at least the front legs, they move 180 degrees. Back legs are stationary. But you can get the hugging pose, which is what we all want from dog pool. Here we have head pull, and head pull is a lot of fun. I love how the eyes are painted. They look kind of haunting, but they also look kind of cartoonish. The teeth look like zombie teeth, as does the skull, and it is articulated. The fabric of the Deadpool mask has some nice texture on it, has some ripples on it too. Of course, this is all plastic, including the top, but they have crafted it in a way that it does look like leather, even though it's not leather. You'll notice that it has a couple of holes. So there's a hole here, and that is for the flight pull, and there's a hole here for the accessories. So you can put a regular propeller on it and it spins with your finger, or you can put the propeller in motion. I think that's a really cool effect. It does look like he's just flying through the air. And at the back, you can attach this part, and then this goes in the flight pull, and this is articulated, so you can get some nice looks. Here we have Deadpool straight out of the box in a museum pose, and I feel like Ryan Reynolds is in this costume staring at me right now. The first thing you'll notice, as I mentioned before, is that the red is brighter than the first two versions of this figure and this character from the films. Deadpool, of course, is a mercenary, so it doesn't make sense if the cinematic version of the character, his costume, is too bright red. I think this is the right balance. There's some shading on this costume, there's some wear on this costume. I think it looks gorgeous. You'll also notice that Hot Toys has given this figure plenty of detail. You've got a brown colored utility belt with pouches and metallic red colored buckles. You've got a pair of thigh gun holsters. You've also got a dagger sheath on the shin. And of course, you've got these metallic red and black colored boots. And you'll notice nice golden accents all around the body. The material of the costume on this figure does feel a bit better than the other two Deadpools that Hot Toys has made, which have started peeling according to a lot of people. I sold mine a long time ago, so I never had the chance to let them peel. And once you're done admiring the costume, you'll notice the proportions are very good. It does actually look like a human being inside this costume. Turning the figure to the side, you'll notice the side profile is very good. He does look very human-like. The mask, I think, is really nicely designed. Looks very accurate to how the figure looks in the film. Looks pretty good from the back too. I am concerned about the pleather pieces. Hope they don't wear down too soon. Time to look at the articulation, and let's start with the head. So the head rotates 360 degrees on the neck peg. Tilts left. Tilts right very nicely again. Looks down pretty nicely. Looks up very high. Shoulder goes up this high. I'm not going to push it further. I think the pad is restricting some movement. But shoulder moves front. Moves to the back. That fabric is stretching very nicely, but I don't want to leave creases, so I'm not going to leave it there for too long. Nice double jointed elbow. Good rotation on the bicep. Hand rotates 360. Waist tilts left. Tilts right. Good ab crunch. Waist moves back a bit too. Of course, there is no diaphragm joint. Legs stretch really nicely. Very stretchy fabric here. Nice thigh rotation. Leg kicks forward pretty well. Kicks back okay. Beautiful double jointed knee. No cut at the toe, but there is some ankle articulation right below the shin guard. So overall, the articulation is quite good, and I'm excited to see what poses I can do with this figure, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up. While we're on the subject of articulation, let's see how to swap out the eyes. For some reason, I struggle to remove Baby Pool's eyes, which sounds like a very sickening statement, but for Deadpool, it is quite easy. There's a gap over here. And that looks super creepy. But let's get the wide eyes in. There you go. I think that looks kind of hilarious, actually. He looks like he is shocked by something Wolverine is about to do. Let's also take this opportunity to accessorize our lovable mercenary. So just turn him around for the katanas. And as I said, this is magnetic. There you go. That looks really cool. And I'm impressed by how solid this magnet is. The katanas do not fall off. Next, let's get his Desert Eagles in the side. And of course, his dagger goes near his shin guard. So now he is all accessorized. If you want to get the baby carrier on Deadpool, you simply unstrap this. And I would suggest you remove the katanas. Then you pass Deadpool's arms through here. And you get Baby Pool in front. There you go, that looks really cute. And of course you can get the katanas back on once you attach this strap here and this strap here. Just to complete the team, we have Dog Pool and Head Pool joining Baby Pool and Deadpool. That is a lot of pools. Well, the family is a bit more complete now that Uncle Wolverine has showed up. Now that we've seen the articulation and the accessories, it's time to take Deadpool to the toy room for some fun poses. Afterwards, we're going to put the costume under the portrait lens to see how it handles all the articulation and if there's any creasing or not. So I'm happy to say that despite some heavy poses, all the creases are gone. I think the mask looks incredible under the portrait lens. The side profile is so good. And you can make out the nose, you can make out the ears. That's thanks to some excellent molding by Hot Toys. Of course, the coloring on the costume is also gorgeous. Especially up close, you can see all the texture. You can see the richness of the coloring. And of course, there's some shading all over the body, including the mask, the chest, the abs, the biceps. It all looks really good. This toy is definitely a labor of love by Hot Toys. There's so much detail. Those gold accents look great. The belt looks really nice. My biggest concern is that the belt, the straps, the pouches they are going to wear down because it does seem like it's made of leather. However, here is the good news. I had this guy in some extreme poses, and an hour later, there were some creases that looked quite permanent. I stretched the fabric, but the creases weren't going. However, a few hours later, they're all gone on their own, and this figure looks like it's absolutely new and unarticulated. Time for some size comparisons, and here we have Days of Future Past Wolverine on the right, and these two display very well together until we get Deadpool and Wolverine's Wolverine from Hot Toys. This is a good placeholder, but it does look a little undersized to me. Should be a bit taller. Here's a shot of Deadpool living out his Avengers team-up fantasy. He does seem a bit undersized compared to Captain America and Iron Man Mark 85 though. Deadpool and Gladiator Hulk display so well together. Of course, Gladiator Hulk towers over Deadpool. I thought it would be fun to do a size comparison with present toys Future Warrior aka Blade, and this is a very good toy, though it is a bit undersized. My final score for Hot Toys Deadpool Special Edition from Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be 5 out of 5 stars. This is one of the best Hot Toys ever made. The set has loads of high quality figures, including Deadpool, Dogpool, Headpool, and Babypool. In addition, the set has many exciting and fun accessories for some excellent play value. I love the improvements to the Deadpool suit over its predecessor. The soft goods feel more durable and high quality. Moreover, the proportions on this figure are also better. Of course, no figure is perfect, and I have some gripes. I wish that we had a Wade Wilson head sculpt. And while most paint applications are good, the paint apps on my katanas are subpar. I also wish that the swords were die cast and not plastic. Finally, despite the skyrocketing prices, we still don't have leather soft goods. But despite these complaints, I still think this is an incredible set with so much to offer. If you're in a hurry, you can order from Asia, or you can find this on Sideshow for a pre-order. That's my review, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other reviews, including the review of Hot Toys Wolverine. Until next time.